welcome back Fast Media. We're currently here in Singha Park. My voice is not in a good condition at the moment. I'm having a throat infection. So anyway, I'm currently here in Singha Park. Welcome to our first destination. So it's my term break and I'm spending about 9 days for this term break. And I decided to pick Chiang Rai because there's an event this season and it's called the Chiang Rai Balloon Fiesta. And check this out, just behind me is the equivalent of the hot air balloon back in the Philippines, in Clark. So we're here to actually experience this balloon fiesta, and there's a lot of things really going on here inside the Singha Park. And look at this one, massive. They're currently installing the hot air balloon, so it's just the right time to actually start with my vlog. That's just we're here to really experience the beautiful season, hot air balloon season, and we've got also a couple of things going on. There's a flower festival that just transpired a couple of weeks ago somewhere in Chiang Mai. So a lot of things really going actually here in the northern part of Thailand. I don't have the list currently, but that's what I remember. We're here to just witness. Currently there are about 4 hot air balloons. They're starting to install, so check out. They're really massive balloons, and just beside me actually, they're just setting up the balloon. Right, so let's move further so we can see the hot air balloon from a different perspective, because moving pretty close to the balloon, it's gonna be very overwhelming. I spent about a couple of hours already here in Singha Park, so I had my early lunch at one of the restaurants over here. It's just right across the tea plantation, and a couple of meters away there's also a flower plantation around this entire complex owned by the Singha company. So there's a lot of things really going on, especially for this specific event that they have actually put up. A 5-day event here in the beautiful Singha Park. And just look at behind me, a lot of tourists flocking here to experience this lovely balloon fiesta in Singha Park. Alright, that's just it at the moment. I'm really tired. My voice isn't really in a good condition, and so I just need a couple of rest. But this season I decided to actually vlog a bit, just to change a bit my temperament. Last couple of months when I had my trouble in Sapporo, I did document my trouble, but I did use a different camera to document my trouble. So I didn't really, yes, it's a vlog, but it's not really a talking vlog, more really of just taking video and some sort of like voiceover or just a narrative, like just a quiet vlog. So this time around, just want to change a bit of my temperament. So I want to talk about my personal experience really being here in the Singha Park. Alright, see you, bye. Alright, we're back again. Just to give you an update, there are about 13 participating countries for this specific event. So as you can see, we have tons of balloons with the respective country flag or a landmark from each of the country. There's about 13 countries. They just announced the participating countries. We're currently here just a couple of meters away so we can see a better perspective of this balloon. So check this out behind me. Check this out. You see that one? If you move pretty close to the balloon, it's just really overwhelming, and also it's difficult to capture that entire balloon. I mean, really, you have to go further away. Now we're here just a couple of meters away so we can have a better perspective of the different balloons floating in the air. All right, here we go. Check this out behind me. Do you see that one? Lovely. And also there's a photo competition that is currently running. So all you need to do is just take a photo of the event and specifically take a photo of the hot air balloon and then upload it in their site, and then they're gonna pick that photo based on their criteria, and whoever fits in that criteria or rubrics that they're gonna use will win the competitions. Right, so I'll leave you with this beautiful backdrop and see you in a while. Bye.
ไทยบ้าบอกเลยค่ะว่าเกม Test Me If You Can ของเราเนี่ยทุกท่านสามารถมาร่วมรุ้นไปพร้อมๆกันแขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านที่มารับชมบอลลูนอยู่ที่บริเวณนี้เนี่ยสามารถมาร่วมลุ้นกันได้ว่าบอลลูนลูกไหนจะคว้าหัวใจของเราได้เป็นลูกแรกนั่นเอง
Okay, welcome back, Pastor Media. So we are currently here across the lake, and so we're able to find really good spot to enjoy the backdrop. As you can see, there are tons of hot air balloon at the background. The others are actually just moving around, and just on my right side, okay, as you can see at the background, we have variety of hot air balloons. The nice thing about here in this hot air balloon, specifically in this hot air balloon fiesta, they call it hot air balloon fiesta. It's an international balloon festival, and I like the fact that there are about 13 countries who joined this specific hot air balloon, and there's a lot of really offerings that you can see in terms of the visual appearance of the hot air balloon. And not only that, the event is held here in the Singha Park is just a huge property owned by the Singha company. Singha company basically own a lot of products actually that you can find in the market. So you have the Singha beer, the Singha water, Singha soda drinks. I'm pretty sure there's still a lot of consumable products that you can avail in the market. I'm not just very quite familiar of some of the products they manufacture. Anyway, the whole point is that this entire property is really a vast property, and I would say around 400 hectares. You have enough really space, in fact more than enough from the participant coming here, more than enough from what we really need as one of the many participants here in this festival. And there are tons of events also inside this festival. There are concerts that are prepping. Earlier they were preparing installing a couple of things, because earlier when I came here around 1 p.m. they have already started put up the stage. The chairs and tables are basically set up right in the middle, because the setup is not really a typical concert, but it's more of like a picnic setup where you find tables, you find chairs, more really of a familiar setup, very communal setup. So they've set this up earlier around 1 p.m. So just a minimal setup this past couple of hours. Some of them have installed the sound system. So apart from that, this Singha Park, they have also tons of offerings as if you're a nature lover. So there's a bike ride around this property. You can rent a bicycle. I don't remember the price, but back 3 years ago I rented for about 180 or 200 plus baht, and you can go around this entire property. And the nice thing about this property is not just about just this area. This is one side of the property. If you go around, say 5 kilometers, if you bike around, there's a huge tea plantation, and across the tea plantation there's another flower plantation all the way there, and right in the middle you can find also a coffee shop and a resto. So earlier I had my lunch to actually just enjoy the ambience of this partial property, where you have the beautiful landscape of the tea plantation while eating your lunch. And there's also a coffee shop down on the hill, because the rest is situated on top of the hill. And just before you head down the road, the main road of this Singha Park, there's a coffee shops. When I say coffee shops, there are a couple of shops that are installed. Some are truck coffees, and even here they have actually installed food stalls. And even right at the reception in front of the highway, when you enter this property, there is an information center where you can purchase tickets, because they have also organized a couple of tour events inside this property. If you want to do some like farm tour, so they have actually an offering. So you have to purchase a ticket right in front of the tourist information for you to enjoy the entire property. I think this is one of the advantage why they set up the event over here. So in a couple of minutes there will be a concert happening in the stage. I have to be quiet because the national anthem of the Thailand is just being played. Normally we stand up, but I'm pretty far away from where they are currently playing the music, so just trying to remain really silent. Alright, so I've been talking about the lake in front of me, so this is where I try to show you the lake. Check this out. So behind me is the lovely lake, and there are tons of lakes inside this property. For this season, I did not really intend to just do bike around the entire property because I did this 3 years ago, but I did rent a bicycle earlier because motorbikes or Grab motorbikes are not allowed to come in the property, and because I've ordered already a Grab motorbike, and that was the reason why I did not book another Grab just to get inside the property, and it will take you about 2 kilometers. So earlier I did rent a bike from the information center all the way to the resto to grab my lunch, and then a couple of minutes I went to this area to grab my coffee. There's a coffee shop here, I forget the name of the coffee shop, and decided to bring back the bicycle because I've got basically 1 hour for my bike rentals, and beyond 1 hour I have to pay additional 200 baht, so I don't want to stay longer paying the bike per hour, and that's pretty expensive. So I decided to return the bicycle from the information center all the way here. That took me about 2 kilometers to walk around. Anyway, I'm really enjoying the entire property because it's filled with lovely and beautiful, stunning nature. So it's not just me who's walking around the property. There are tons of tourists also who came to participate and witness this balloon fiesta. And while walking, there were also a couple of expats who were walking along with me from the information center all the way here. Alright, so you can hear the music concert just kick off, and there are live bands, so later we're going there to check out the live band and experience the lovely performances of the guests for this event, because the balloon fiesta runs from 13 all the way to 17, so every day there are special guests allotted for every single day. For tonight's event, I don't know the performers, but we will check out the performers in a couple of minutes. Alright, see you over there. My right side, I'm going to show you, this is what's going on. There's a concert going on here, and they have a couple of performers lined up for tonight's concert. So we're heading there just to give you a glimpse. And check this out behind me. We have tiny hot air balloons over there. Yeah. This area, because there's a lot of really things going on here. There's a lot of happening, so we'll give you that sort of vibe. And check this out. This tiny hot air balloons on my left side. They look really lovely from my side. From the area where I was seated a couple of minutes ago, the hot air balloons were really massive. So that was a different vibe. So now we're entering the food area, and my god, it's packed with tourists. Check this out. See that? There's a lot of tourists booked for this event. It's a 5-day event. It's really packed with so much people. All right, that's what you're currently seeing today. So that's basically the vibe of this main street here in this International Balloon Fiesta. I'm heading towards this area because I need to go to the toilet. I need to pee. I really had a great time, really, just sitting down, taking some videos and photos from where I was seated. And for you to be able to really appreciate the balloon, you really have to move further, so you can see the variety of balloons in terms of its visual look. So that's the good side about it. I come back, so finally done with my toilet duty. So our goal today is to actually look for maybe just a snack, and we'll treat that as our dinner. Let's see if we can find a snack. Can I have one gyoza? Right, finally, so I got my order. I have finally decided to actually gyoza. I'm just feeling more of Japanese tonight, so let's try this out for our dinner. Alright, so we're looking for a place where we can sit down. Let's grab our drinks. So I can't really eat this one without my drink. Can I have peach tea? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, so we're going for peach tea. Thank you very much. Okay, finally got my tea. So the goal today is to look for a place where we can really sit down. Alright, so we made it. We found one table. Alright, so see you in a while. I just need to sit down properly and finish my food. Alright, see you in a while. Bye. Welcome back to Customer Media. We're currently here at the entrance. So we have about 3 entrances here in the concert venue. So earlier there was a firework that transpired. This is part of the event. Just behind me, check this out. They are lighting up the balloons. And there are a couple of balloons right in front of me. So the reason why I'm showing you this one, because majority of the hot air balloons are just behind me. It's really lovely to check this out in the evening. I mean, there's a different vibe during the day, but in the evening it's also a different vibe. So check this out. Colors are really stunning, and as you can see, they are just really amazing to look at, especially in the evening. And when you're from afar, you can really see the lovely colors mixed together. So very attractive, actually. All right. I didn't really stay longer inside the concert event because it's pretty loud. I did manage to listen to some of the performances, but I didn't stay really longer because it's pretty loud. And there are a lot of also spectators watching the show. And the nice thing about it, because there are a variety of shows. So the first few sets were different bands, and there were also local artists. They seem to be very famous. The spectators are very receptive about their performances. So I believe these local artists are really quite famous. All right, I can hear some opera. I don't know if it's an opera performance or just the background. Anyway, I'm good. And see you in a while. It's pretty loud again. Bye.